Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video we are going to look at the Fenix PD32R. Now to kick off this entire video, as a YouTube host and as a gear reviewer, I get my hands on a lot of flashlights. At this point, I've literally tested hundreds of flashlights, and there's something to be said for a flashlight that has a lot of sophistication, customizability in the programming, many different modes, many different switches, and the ability to fine-tune the user's experience. But today, the sophistication comes through the simplicity. In the PD32R, very, very simple. It's kind of refreshing, because not only are we going to get excellent performance out of a fairly compact flashlight, but the user's interface is so stripped down, so simple, and it's also silent, which is really nice. I've been carrying this in my pocket now for a couple of weeks, and I have to say, I really enjoy this flashlight for its simplicity, for the quality of the build, for the feel in the hands, and for the excellent beam. So Fenix doing a wonderful job even in a flashlight that's so simple. And so as we get into the details with the PD32R, first off, Fenix did provide this to me for this review. So thank you very much to the people at Fenix. And if you guys like what you see here, do me a favor, look in the description box below where I have all of the relevant links for where you can get the PD32R and all other fantastic Fenix products. But again, the PD32R, it's just so simple. But take a look at it in just a little bit of detail here. Right away, the general aesthetic absolutely catches my attention. Not only is the functionality very simple, but the design is very simple yet elegant at the same time. I love this knurling pattern. It's smooth, it's soft to the hand, it melts away. It's not going to be the most tactile compared to other sort of more diamond patterns or aggressive knurling, but this is just refined and it's very subtle and it looks fantastic. I love the way that it ties the body into the head, and as we work our way up towards the head, you can see a very smooth reflector on the inside. Fenix always doing a fantastic job with their beam quality, and the LED to lens combination absolutely making up the quality in the beam pattern. The clip, awesome, simple, not fully deep ride, but at the same time, doing a nice job for my needs. I do prefer a bezel down carry, and as you take a look, this will be a bezel down design. The tail cap, this is the simple tail cap switch. It is silent, no click, and I do very much enjoy that. I've had some models recently that are really tactile and they have a super loud click, but this is going to be awesome for law enforcement. It's going to be awesome for people who are trying to maintain a low profile, and the fact that that does not click at all, I actually prefer it. But what really strikes me is the simplicity in the user's interface. Now, before we get too much further, I will show you that the R model being the rechargeable, so again, you can see as I roll that sort of cover out of the way, that does expose the USB Type-C charging port, and then you have the indicator lamp on the back side, so that will turn colors depending on the status of the light, and you can see just really simple as we turn this on and off. No real indication there. However, once we plug in the light, that is where your indicator starts to show you what the battery status is. So in this particular case, I am charging. And when I go to operate the light, if I depress the button all the way, you'll see there the light is now blinking green, which indicates my battery status is between 50 and 85%. Solid green would have been 85 to 100. Solid red light would have been 50 to 25%, and then the flashing red light would have been critical below 25%. But that only works, again, when you fully press the light on. It does not work in the momentary. But again now, as we close up that port, very simple, but a wonderful design at the same time. I greatly enjoy that about this. Real quick, we'll run through what came in the box. So, of course, you get the flashlight. As we unthread the tail cap here, this does come with your 18650 lithium-ion battery, 3400 milliamp hours, 3.6 volt, translating to 12.24 watt hours of power. Fenix always doing a great job with their batteries. I've had wonderful performance with their batteries. Never have I ever had an issue. No real failures. And I think at this point, all my Fenix batteries are still going strong. So again, they do a great job with their batteries. This comes with your lanyard and your typical spare O-rings that will probably never be used. An excellent, simple little nylon pouch sheath. So that is nice. Belt loop, very simple. And then the ability to carry this nice and slim. If you take a look at this, that's another thing that I like about this light. The entire package, all in, is very slim. Now, you might struggle to get this bezeled down, but it will go. And I think over time, that will kind of loosen up. That's how I would certainly prefer to carry this, so that as I go to take the light out, I am withdrawing it and then have it ready to go. So again, just a very slim and low profile package here, which is just excellent. So simple yet effective. The user's manual, simple little product card, the warranty card, all the little tags that come with this, and then your USB Type-C charging cable. So not a heck of a lot to it. Taking a quick look at the packaging, Fenix always doing a nice job with the packaging. Very simple, but again, at the same time, nicely branded. And so as we take a look at the beam pattern here, you can see cycling through the different modes. And the main thing I'm going to say is, well, the functionality is very simple. I lean on that back switch, press it all the way in, and that will turn the light on. And at this point, I can half press between the modes. And for the most part, that's pretty much all you need to do. It's not like there's a side switch. It's not like there's too much in the way of alternate modes, with the one exception being when you press the button all the way in and hold it down, that will go into the strobe, and you'll see it is an oscillating strobe. If you release the button, that will stay on. Little half press, and it comes back into the primary mode. And let's see, if I put it on turbo, long press, strobe, and bam, back in. So it is kind of like a memory mode there. Now again, if we go into the low mode here. Low mode is 20 lumens, 70 hours of runtime, 42 meters of throw. That translates to 439 candela. Another half press. This is the medium mode, or the mid. So the medium mode, 100 lumens, 16 hours and 20 minutes of runtime, 92 meters of throw, translating to 2,121 candela. Another half press, the high mode, 350 lumens. This will run for 4 hours and 25 minutes, 175 meters of throw, translating to 7,691 candela. Another half press, the turbo, 1,400 lumens. This will run for 2 hours and 20 minutes, 344 meters of throw, translating to 29,588 candela. Keep in mind the fact that this flashlight does have 1 meter impact resistance and is IP68 rated. Now, as we look at the beam pattern here, I'm just going to dim it down so it's a little easier for you to see and not completely blast. Lowering down the light here. Now, clearly you can see this has a nice defined hot spot right in the middle. That's because you do end up with that nice smooth reflector. Even in the lower modes and the lower lumen outputs, you have a nice beam pattern, which is going to throw plenty of light for general duties, general navigation, the ability to get around. If you need a little more light, well, of course, you can bump it up. Now, my suggestion is that this medium mode is pretty much your do everything light, your do everything mode. You could pretty much leave it here, set it and forget it, but I think a lot of people get these lights because they appreciate the performance. So that's where the high mode is really going to step things up, really give you that best of all worlds, where you end up with incredible throw, an awesome beam pattern, just an excellent wall of light. Could certainly aid in a little bit of self-defense if you needed to disorient, but you're just a half press away from turbo if you need it, or that long press into the tactical strobe. So again, to me, I do kind of like the fact that you can blip the light with that half press, press it all the way in, simply cycle between the modes. It does have memory, so if you leave it in that high mode, it's going to remember you were there. And when you turn off the light and come back in, again, very simple. This has a lot less sophistication than other lights in similar size class and performance, but at the same time, again, in my opinion, the sophistication of this comes through its simplicity. And so I really do appreciate that the PD32R is just nice and compact, extremely simple, it's quiet, it's effective. It just does what it needs to do. And having the USB Type-C recharging capabilities with that awesome sort of hidden compartment there, I just like it. It's so easy, so simple, not a lot to it. So for a basic EDC flashlight or just general duty flashlight, I think this is a great option. It's not going to break the bank. It's not going to weigh you down. Again, it's just efficient. So my suggestion is check out the PD32R or any other flashlights from Fenix. They always do a great job. Look in the description box below where you can get all of the relevant links to the people at Fenix. Thank you so much for providing this for review. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor. Take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there. So if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.